Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or struggled to remember a name you've known for years? If you're over 60, moments like these can feel unsettling. You may wonder whether they're just a normal part of aging, or the first signs that something more serious could be happening. The good news is that your brain is more adaptable than many people realize. Every single day, the choices you make can either help support your memory or quietly work against it. And one of the biggest influences might already be sitting on your dinner plate. What surprises many older adults is that certain everyday foods contain nutrients your brain depends on to stay sharp, protect its cells, and support healthy thinking as you age. At the same time, missing out on these nutrients, even without realizing it, may make it harder for your brain to function at its best. Doctors and nutrition experts have spent years studying the connection between diet and brain health. While no single food can prevent memory loss or guarantee perfect mental sharpness, research continues to show that a healthy eating pattern, rich in specific foods, may help support cognitive function as we grow older. The surprising part is that several of these brain-friendly foods are affordable, easy to find at your local grocery store, and simple to add to meals you already enjoy. Yet many people over 60 rarely eat enough of them. You might even discover that one of your favorite foods made today's list, or that you're overlooking one of the most powerful options without realizing it. So before your next trip to the grocery store, take a few minutes to learn which 8 foods doctors often recommend for supporting a healthy brain after 60. One small change to your daily meals could make a meaningful difference in how you feel, think, and stay active in the years ahead. If you've reached your 60s or beyond, you've probably noticed that your body doesn't always respond the way it used to. Your knees may take a little longer to loosen up in the morning. Reading small print might require stronger glasses. And every now and then, your memory might seem just a bit slower than before. That can be frustrating. Maybe you've misplaced your reading glasses for the 3rd time this week. Maybe you paused in the middle of a conversation because the right word wouldn't come to mind. Or perhaps you opened the refrigerator, stared inside, and completely forgot what you were looking for. These moments happen to almost everyone. In many cases, they're a normal part of aging and don't necessarily mean something is seriously wrong, but they do remind us of one important truth. Your brain changes as you get older, and it needs a little more support than it did decades ago. Here's something many people don't realize. Although your brain makes up only about 2% of your body weight, it uses roughly 20% of the energy your body produces. That's an incredible amount for such a small organ. Every thought, memory, conversation, and decision depends on billions of brain cells communicating with each other every second. To keep those cells working efficiently, your brain relies on a steady supply of oxygen, healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. When those nutrients are missing over time, your brain may not perform at its best. Think of it like a car. Even the best engine won't run smoothly if it isn't given quality fuel. The same idea applies to your brain. Feeding it the right nutrients doesn't guarantee perfect memory, but it gives your brain the building blocks it needs to stay healthier as you age. The encouraging news is that supporting your brain doesn't require expensive supplements or complicated diets. In fact, many of the foods linked with better brain health are probably already available at your neighborhood grocery store. They're foods you may have eaten for years without realizing just how valuable they can be. Researchers continue to study how nutrition affects the aging brain, and while there's still much to learn, one message keeps appearing again and again. People who regularly eat nutrient-rich, minimally processed foods tend to maintain better cognitive health as they grow older than those whose diets rely heavily on highly processed foods and added sugars. That doesn't mean you have to eat perfectly. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Family dinners, birthday celebrations, and your favorite comfort foods still have a place. What matters most is what you do most of the time, not every once in a while. Another common misconception is that it's too late to make a difference. Many older adults assume that once memory starts changing, nothing can help. But your brain remains remarkably active throughout life. Scientists have discovered that the brain can continue forming new connections well into older adulthood. Healthy habits, including regular physical activity, quality sleep, staying socially engaged, challenging your mind, and eating nutritious foods, can all play a role in supporting those connections. That's an empowering thought. It means every healthy choice you make today has the potential to benefit tomorrow. And when it comes to food, some choices appear to offer more support than others. Certain everyday ingredients are packed with compounds that help fight oxidative stress, reduce inflammation, support healthy blood flow, and provide nutrients your brain depends on every single day. The first food on today's list is one that surprises many people. It's colorful, naturally sweet, easy to find year-round, and backed by years of research for its potential role in supporting brain health. Many older adults enjoy it occasionally, but few realize just how much it may be doing for the brain with every bite. Let's begin with a food that's as delicious as it is powerful: blueberries. They may be small, but don't let their size fool you. Blueberries are packed with natural plant compounds called antioxidants, especially a group known as anthocyanins. These are the same compounds that give blueberries their deep blue color, and researchers believe they may help protect brain cells from oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress might sound complicated, but the idea is actually simple. Every day, your body produces unstable molecules called free radicals. Over time, these molecules can damage healthy cells, including those in your brain. It's a bit like how metal slowly rusts when exposed to the elements. While aging is completely natural, too much oxidative stress may speed up wear and tear inside the body. That's where antioxidant-rich foods come in. Think of them as part of your body's natural defense system. They help your body manage this daily stress and support healthier cells over time. While blueberries aren't a magic solution, adding them to your diet is one practical step that may help support long-term brain health. The best part: you don't need a huge serving. A handful mixed into oatmeal, plain yogurt, or a morning smoothie can be an easy and enjoyable habit. Fresh or frozen blueberries both provide valuable nutrients, making them an affordable option all year round. The second food might already be in your kitchen, but many people still don't eat enough of it: fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, trout, and mackerel. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, which is one of the main structural fats found in the brain. In fact, your brain depends on healthy fats to build and maintain the membranes that allow brain cells to communicate effectively. Imagine trying to have a phone conversation with a weak signal. The message keeps breaking up. In a similar way, healthy communication between brain cells is essential for memory, learning, and clear thinking. Omega-3 fats help support those connections. Some studies suggest that people who regularly eat fatty fish may experience slower age-related cognitive decline compared to those who rarely consume it. While researchers continue to explore exactly how strong this connection is, there's broad agreement that omega-3s are an important part of a healthy eating pattern. If you don't enjoy fish, don't worry. Talk with your healthcare provider about other ways to include omega-3s in your routine. Some people choose foods naturally rich in these healthy fats, while others may ask their doctor whether a supplement is appropriate for their individual needs. Next comes a vegetable that often gets pushed to the side of the plate: leafy greens. Spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, and romaine lettuce are filled with nutrients your brain appreciates, including vitamin K, folate, lutein, and other beneficial plant compounds. Many older adults focus on eating greens for heart health or bone strength, but they may not realize these vegetables can also play a role in supporting healthy brain function. Here's something interesting. In several long-term nutrition studies, people who regularly ate leafy green vegetables tended to maintain better cognitive function as they aged than those who ate very little. While these studies don't prove that greens alone cause the difference, the overall pattern has encouraged many health professionals to recommend making them a regular part of your meals. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Add a handful of spinach to scrambled eggs. Enjoy a fresh salad with lunch. Mix chopped kale into soup or stew. Even small changes repeated consistently can add up over months and years. Here's where many people make a mistake. They look for one superfood that will solve everything. But your brain doesn't work that way. It thrives on variety. Different foods provide different nutrients, and those nutrients often work together. Instead of searching for one perfect ingredient, think about building a colorful plate filled with foods that naturally complement each other. That simple shift in thinking can make healthy eating feel much more real, realistic, and much easier to maintain. As doctors often remind their patients, protecting your brain isn't about perfection. It's about giving your body the nutrients it needs, one meal at a time. And the next foods on this list may surprise you even more, because they're everyday staples that many people overlook, despite the important role they can play in supporting a healthy, aging brain. By now, you may have noticed a simple pattern. The foods that seem to benefit the brain aren't exotic or difficult to find. They're everyday foods that work together to nourish your body from the inside out. And the next 5 foods continue that pattern in a way that might surprise you. Let's start with walnuts. If you've ever looked closely at a walnut, you may have noticed it even resembles a tiny brain. While that doesn't prove anything scientifically, it's an interesting coincidence, because walnuts are one of the richest plant sources of healthy omega-3 fats. They're also packed with vitamin E, antioxidants, and polyphenols, natural compounds that help support healthy cells. Vitamin E deserves special attention. As we age, our brains become more vulnerable to oxidative stress. Vitamin E helps protect cells from that damage, which is one reason nutrition experts often recommend including foods naturally rich in this vitamin, rather than relying solely on supplements. The key is moderation. Walnuts are nutritious, but they're also calorie-dense. A small handful makes an excellent afternoon snack, or can be sprinkled over oatmeal, salads, or plain yogurt. It's a simple addition that brings both flavor and nutrition. Next is a food that many people avoid because of old advice they've heard over the years: eggs. For decades, eggs had an unfair reputation because of concerns about cholesterol. Today, experts recognize that for many healthy adults, eggs can absolutely fit into a balanced diet. What makes eggs especially interesting for brain health is a nutrient called choline. Choline helps your body produce acetylcholine, a chemical messenger your brain uses for memory, learning, and muscle control. While your body can make a small amount of choline on its own, much of it comes from the foods you eat. Many older adults don't get enough. A simple breakfast of eggs with vegetables can provide protein, important vitamins, and choline all in one meal. Of course, if you have specific dietary restrictions or medical conditions, it's always wise to follow the advice of your healthcare provider. Now let's talk about a drink that's part of millions of morning routines across America: coffee. For many people, the day doesn't truly begin until that first warm cup is in hand. The encouraging news is that moderate coffee consumption has been associated in some studies with certain cognitive benefits. Coffee contains caffeine, which can temporarily improve alertness, attention, and concentration. It also contains antioxidants that may support overall health. But here's where balance matters. More isn't always better. Drinking excessive amounts of coffee can interfere with sleep, increase feelings of nervousness, or raise blood pressure in some individuals. And poor sleep itself can have a negative impact on memory and brain function. So if you enjoy coffee, think of it as one part of a healthy lifestyle, not a substitute for nutritious food, regular exercise, or adequate rest. The next food is colorful, naturally sweet, and often overlooked, oranges and other citrus fruits. These fruits are rich in vitamin C, another powerful antioxidant that helps protect cells throughout the body, including those in the brain. Vitamin C also supports healthy blood vessels, which matters because your brain depends on a steady flow of oxygen-rich blood every minute of every day. Fortunately, adding more citrus is easy. Enjoy an orange with breakfast. Add grapefruit to your morning meal if it's appropriate for you. Just remember that grapefruit can interact with certain medications, so check with your doctor or pharmacist if you're unsure. Even squeezing fresh lemon into a glass of water can be a refreshing way to enjoy more citrus flavor throughout the day. Finally, let's talk about one of the simplest foods on the list: beans and lentils. They may not receive the same attention as trendy health foods, but they're nutritional powerhouses. Beans provide fiber, plant protein, folate, magnesium, and slow-digesting carbohydrates that help provide steady energy. Why does that matter for your brain? Because your brain runs best on a stable supply of glucose. Large swings in blood sugar can leave you feeling tired, unfocused, or mentally sluggish. Foods rich in fiber, like beans and lentils, digest more slowly, helping support more consistent energy levels throughout the day. This is especially important for people managing diabetes or prediabetes. Choosing foods that help keep blood sugar more stable benefits not only your overall health, but may also support heal thy brain function over time. When you step back and look at all 8 foods together, something becomes clear. There's no miracle ingredient. No single berry, fish, or nut can erase the effects of aging. Instead, it's the pattern that matters. A breakfast with blueberries and walnuts. A lunch filled with leafy greens. A dinner that includes salmon and vegetables. A healthy snack of an orange, or a handful of nuts. These small, consistent choices gradually become habits, and habits often shape our health far more than occasional efforts ever could. Many people spend years searching for the perfect supplement while overlooking the incredible value of the foods already sitting in their grocery cart. Sometimes the most powerful changes aren't dramatic at all. They're the ones that quietly become part of everyday life, meal after meal, week after week. As you can see, protecting your brain after 60 isn't about chasing the latest health trend or buying expensive products that promise miraculous results. More often than not, it's about returning to the basics: a colorful plate, whole, nourishing foods, regular movement, good sleep, meaningful conversations with family and friends, and small choices that you can actually stick with for years, not just a few weeks. The 8 foods we've talked about today: blueberries, fatty fish, leafy greens, walnuts, eggs, coffee in moderation, citrus fruits, and beans or lentils, each offer something unique. Together, they provide a wide range of nutrients that support your brain in different ways, from helping protect healthy cells to supporting blood flow and providing the building blocks your brain needs to function well. Remember, no single food can prevent memory loss or guarantee that you'll never experience cognitive changes as you age. That's simply not how the human body works. But giving your brain consistent nourishment through healthy eating is one positive step that's well within your control. And that's an encouraging thought, because no matter your age, today is a good day to start making small improvements. Maybe tomorrow morning, you'll add a handful of blueberries to your oatmeal. Maybe you'll swap a bag of chips for a few walnuts during your afternoon break. Maybe you'll include a serving of leafy greens with dinner, or choose salmon instead of a more processed meal later this week. None of those decisions feels life-changing on its own. But together, they create a healthier pattern. And healthy patterns are often what lead to meaningful results over time. It's also important to remember that brain health isn't only about food. Staying physically active, even with a daily walk around your neighborhood, helps increase blood flow to the brain. Keeping your mind engaged by reading, doing puzzles, learning a new hobby, or even trying a new recipe challenges your brain in healthy ways. Maintaining strong social connections matters too. A phone call with an old friend, volunteering in your community, attending church, or enjoying a family dinner can stimulate your mind while supporting emotional well-being. Don't overlook the importance of sleep either. During sleep, your brain performs essential housekeeping tasks, helping organize memories and clear away waste products that build up throughout the day. If you're consistently sleeping poorly, it's worth discussing it with your healthcare provider, because quality rest is one of the foundations of healthy aging. And here's one final thought that many people find reassuring. Growing older doesn't automatically mean losing your independence, your curiosity, or your ability to enjoy life. Many adults remain mentally sharp well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. While genetics certainly play a role, everyday habits matter too. Every healthy meal, every walk around the block, every good night's sleep, and every positive choice is an investment in the future version of yourself. So instead of asking, "What can I do when my memory gets worse?" try asking a different question. What can I do today to give my brain the support it deserves? That simple shift in perspective can change everything. If today's video gave you a few new ideas, don't try to change everything overnight. Choose just one food from today's list and make it part of your routine this week. Once that feels natural, add another. Small, consistent steps are far more powerful than big changes that don't last. If you found this information helpful, consider sharing it with a friend, a spouse, or a family member. You never know who might benefit from learning that some of the best ways to support brain health can begin right in the kitchen. And if you enjoy practical, research-informed tips for healthy aging, be sure to subscribe and join us for more conversations that help you stay informed, active, and confident as the years go by. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take good care of yourself. Keep nourishing both your body and your mind. And remember, it's never too late to make choices that support a healthier, sharper, and more vibrant future.